In the 72nd episode of the A.S.A.P Tech News, we talk about Lian Li launching a new small form factor case, MSI launches the MEG Z690 GODLIKE motherboard, Thermalright has a new top flow and low profile CPU cooler, and NZXT announces a new case, the H1 small form factor. We start with Lian Li and their new small form factor case, the A4-H2O. This case is made in collaboration with Dan Cases, hence why this case will remind you of a lot of models made by Dan. The A4-H2O case is small, with 11 liters of space inside, however it will support a triple slot graphics card with a total length of 322mm, up to a 240mm all-in-one liquid CPU cooler and mini ITX motherboards, among other things such as a PCIe 3.0 or PCIe 4.0 Razer cable. The A4-H2O case is available in two colors, black and silver, and that's it. Both variants have anodized and sandblasted aluminum panels, with the notable difference that the silver version has an all-black interior, so in reality it's silver on the outside but black on the inside. In terms of options, the A4-H2O will only work with a mini ITX motherboard and either a SFX or an SFX-L power supply. For storage, the case can accommodate only a single SATA-based SSD at the bottom of the case. For fans, you can install up to two 120mm fans at the top, and that's pretty much it. Both the black and silver variants of the A4-H2O are available for pre-ordering starting February the 9th, 2022. The pricing is the same and it is based on what cable Razer you get. The case with the PCIe 4.0 Razer cable will be priced at $155, while the case with the PCIe 3.0 Razer cable will be available for $120. We continue with MSI and their new high-end motherboard, the MEG Z690 GODLIKE. This motherboard is not only large, being an eATX motherboard, but offers one of the largest VRM systems on the market, with no less than 20+2 phases and a dual 8-pin power connectors for the CPU. This motherboard offers no less than 6 M.2 SSD sockets and double-sided heatsinks to optimally cool the installed SSDs. Other features present on this motherboard include 10GB Super LAN with Wi-Fi 6, USB 4.0, 2 PCIe 5.0 slots, and a 3.5-inch IPS LCD panel that is touchscreen enabled. In terms of pricing, this is not for the faint of heart, as this motherboard will cost you no less than $2,099. Next, we have Thermalright and their AXP120-X67 top flow and low profile CPU cooler. This CPU cooler has a height of just 67mm and a weight of 490 grams with a fan installed. Speaking of the fan, the unit included on this CPU cooler has a standard 120mm dimensions, but with a thickness of only 15mm. It has a maximum speed of 1000 RPM and can be controlled via PWM. The heatsink has 6 nickel-plated copper heat pipes and plenty of aluminum-made cooling fins to dissipate the heat of the CPU. The base plate used on this CPU cooler is made from nickel-plated copper, just like the heat pipes. The top flow design will not only cool the CPU but also the VRM components installed around the CPU socket of the motherboard. Thanks to this, the CPU will get a more stable power delivery as the VRM components are running at a lower temperature. As of today, the pricing is not yet known. And finally, NZXT has a new small form factor case, the H1. It's worth noting that this is a new case and not the infamous H2 case from last year. The H1 is a small form factor case that comes with plenty of features and some additional items included. This case has included an all-in-one liquid CPU cooler, a 750 watts gold-rated power supply, a PCIe Razer cable that supports Gen 4 PCIe graphics cards, and a dedicated fan controller. The case offers a space of 15.6 liters and plenty of perforations in its side panels for airflow and exhaust. The design remains mostly the same and the case is available in two variants, all black or all white. Both variants have a tinted tempered glass side panel. In terms of pricing, the H1 case is available for $400 and it will be available for purchase starting the 22nd of this month. And this is the end of the episode number 72 of the A.S.A.P Tech News, one of the few tech news series which aims to deliver you the news as fast as possible for your convenience.